Hi everybody, welcome to ACE Engineering Academy and ACE Online. This video is regarding Staff Selection Commission Junior Engineer tentative schedule for 2025 examination. And in this video, we will be discussing about the syllabus for this particular examination of paper 1, paper 2, then the weightage analysis of paper 1, paper 2 and previous year's cutoffs also we will be discussing in this particular video. Now, let us see the tentative schedule. So, coming to the tentative schedule, Junior Engineer Civil Mechanical Electrical Examination 2025, Paper 1 Computer Based Examination. The date of advertisement is 5th August 2025, that is Tuesday, and closing date of the application form is 28th August 2025, Thursday, and month of examination will be October to November 2025. So, month and year of examination is given. This is tentative schedule, dear students. When the official notification comes out, we will be making a video again for your convenience. Okay, now coming to the departments of Staff Selection Commission, usually there will be so many departments under Staff Selection Commission. Here are some of the departments here. So, you will have Central Water Commission, Central Public Works Department, Military Engineering Services, Farakka Barrage Project, Border Roads Organization, Central Water Power Research Station, Directorate of Quality Assurance, Naval and National Technical Research Organization. These are few organizations which are taking the candidates as junior engineers in their departments through Staff Selection Commission Junior Engineer Examination. Now, coming to the pattern of the examination, so this examination contains two computer-based tests. The first one, the computer-based test, paper 1 is objective type, and here you will be having three parts. First one is general intelligence and reasoning, second one general awareness, third one, so for civil engineering, separate technical paper will be there, electrical engineering separate technical paper will be there, and for mechanical engineering students separate technical paper will be there. Then coming to general intelligence and reasoning, 50 questions will be asked for 50 marks, general awareness 50 questions 50 marks, and the technical subject paper 100 questions 100 marks, and negative marking is there, 1/4 negative marking. A total of 200 questions will be there, 200 marks, and 2 hours duration will be in this particular paper 1 examination. Then let us see paper 2 pattern. So, paper 2 from 2023 onwards, this became objective type paper. So, previously this used to be descriptive type, but from 2023 this also became objective type paper and the computer based test. And here only technical questions will be asked in their respective departments of civil, electrical and mechanical. 100 questions will be asked. Each question carries 3 marks. A total of 300 marks will be there in this particular paper and 2 hours duration. And negative marking of 1/3 will be there. That means as these are 3 marks questions, 1 mark will be negative mark. Okay, so try to remember the pattern of this particular examination. Now, coming to the subject-wise weightage for mechanical engineering students. So, here production engineering and material science 8 to 9 marks will come. So, thermodynamics 10 to 11 marks, IC engines 9 to 10 marks, power plant engineering 11 to 12 marks, strength of materials 10 to 11 marks, theory of machines 7 to 8 marks, fluid mechanics and turbo machinery 29 to 30 marks, machine design 5 to 6 marks, refrigeration and air conditioning 6 to 7 marks, engineering mechanics 3 to 4 marks, heat and mass transfer 2 to 3 marks. So, this is out of syllabus topic, dear students, but so you will be having in the engineering physics some portion of this heat and mass transfer related topics. So, that is why they will be asking, and this is part of thermal engineering you can consider. Then coming to the weightage of paper 1, the last 2 years for paper 1, 2 sessions examination was conducted. So, in the 2 sessions of 2023, you can observe fluid mechanics in the first session 24 marks, second session 22 marks. Then in 2024, first session 14 marks, second session 19 marks. So, this fluid mechanics subject has got very good importance in SSC-JE examination. So, try to go through that. Then, if you observe carefully, these 4 parts are related to thermal engineering. So thermal engineering also has got very good importance in this particular paper. You can observe the weightage of the marks of each and every subject clearly. Then turbo machinery part. So here you will be having the compressors, turbines part, and turbines part of hydraulics will be there, as well as steam turbines also will be there. So this also has got good importance here. So you can observe the weightage. Then engineering mechanics, strength of materials. So last 2 years they have given very few marks as weightage in these particular subjects, but don't think that every year these only same weightage will be there. Previously I have shown you a range, so based on that range there might be variation. Okay, then engineering mechanics, strength of materials, theory of machines, machine design, material science, and production engineering. As you have observed here, the production engineering weightage has increased in 2024. So you should be very much careful and give importance to the subjects which are in the syllabus properly. Okay, and if you observe carefully, majority of the weightage in this is there in this particular part. Then coming to paper 2 weightage. So paper 2 in 2023 one session happened, and in 2024 also one session happened. And here fluid mechanics 25 questions were asked in 2024 and 26 questions were asked in 2023. Then thermodynamics 14 questions here, 10 questions in 2024. Then IC engines 10 questions in 2023, 12 questions in 2024. So power plant engineering 23 questions in 2023 and 21 questions in 2024. Then refrigeration and air conditioning 8 questions in 2023, 8 questions in 2024. Turbo machinery 8 questions in 2023 and 9 questions in 2024. Then engineering mechanics 2 questions in 2023, 3 questions in 2024. Strength of materials 2 questions were there. Theory of machines 1 question here, 3 questions in 2024. Machine design 1 question in each year. Then material science 1 question in 2023, 3 questions in 2024, and production engineering 4 questions in 2023 and 3 questions in 2024. So this is the subject wise weightage for paper 2. This is number of questions related weightage, dear students, because each question carries 3 marks here. Okay, so try to remember this. Then coming to the cutoff marks. So this is very, very important to make you understand. So cutoff marks of paper 1 mechanical engineering, if you observe, out of 200 marks, so you can observe the weightage for unreserved category clearly here. So in 2019, out of 200 marks, 157.47 is the highest cutoff that was there, and after that, if you observe, there is a decline in the cutoff. So that means the competition is reducing. So you can use that as a good sign for your preparation. Okay, so try to remember. So that is a blessing for you as the cutoff is getting reduced. So you can prepare well for this particular examination. Then coming to paper 1 and paper 2 together, out of 500 marks, paper 1 and paper 2 together out of 500 marks, in 2023 the cutoff was 416.04 and in 2018 it is 304.61. As I said earlier, paper 2 was descriptive up to 2023. So that's why the cutoff is little less here. But once from 2023, as paper 2 has become objective type paper, the cutoff has increased because students are preparing very well for the examination. That is the reason the cutoff has also increased. Okay, 2024 result is yet to come, the final result. That's why we were not able to give the 2024 cutoff. Okay, now coming to the syllabus. So this is paper 1 syllabus, dear students. So here coming to the syllabus, properties of pure substances, first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics is there. Then air standard cycles for IC engines, IC engine performance, IC engines combustion, IC engines cooling and lubrication. Then Rankine cycle of system, boilers, classification, specification, fitting and accessories, refrigeration cycles and principles of refrigeration plant. So this total syllabus is related to thermal engineering. So from this particular part, you can expect 30 plus marks in this particular paper 1, dear students. Then the next one is, here you can observe properties and classification of fluids, fluid statics, measurement of fluid pressure, fluid kinematics, dynamics of ideal fluids, measurement of flow rate, basic principles. Then air compressors and their cycles, nozzles and steam turbines, hydraulic turbines, centrifugal pumps. So these two together. So this is fluid mechanics and turbo machinery part, dear students. Fluid mechanics and turbo machinery part. So you can expect 29 to 30 plus marks in this particular part of fluid mechanics and turbo machinery. Then theory of machines and machine design, engineering mechanics and strength of materials, classification of steel. See, elaborate syllabus of these topics is not given in paper 1 syllabus, but you have to prepare according to paper 2 syllabus only. So let us see paper 2 syllabus, dear students. Theory of machines and machine design. So concept of simple machine, 4-bar linkage and link motion, flywheels and fluctuation of energy, power transmission by belts, V-belts and flat belts, clutches, plate and conical clutch, gears, types of gears, gear profile, gear ratio calculation, governors, riveted joints, cams, bearings, then friction in collars and pivots. So this is the syllabus of theory of machines and machine design. Then engineering mechanics and strength of materials, equilibrium of forces, laws of motion, friction, concepts of stress and strain, elastic limit and elastic constants, bending moments and shear force diagram, stress in composite bars, torsion in circular shafts, buckling of columns, Euler's and Rankine's theories, and thin-walled pressure vessels. So, in the previous examination papers related to these topics, image-based questions were asked. For example, they have given a stress strain diagram, and in that they have located some points, and they are asking what is the point A, what is point B, what is point C. So like that they have given in the options, and according to that you need to identify what is point A, what is point B and what is point C and keep the answer. Okay, so image based questions are also being asked, so try to remember that. And very fundamental questions will be asked, simple problems will be asked from these topics. Okay, so all subjects, the pattern will have 3 different types of questions, dear students. The first one is recall or remember type of questions. So in this recall or remember type of questions, you will be having simple definitions. You need to remember the definitions. Then the standard laws that you have. Then the statements. And sometimes direct formulas are also asked in the questions. So this will be simply testing your memory. So if you learn the summary after every chapter in the textbook also, you will be able to answer these type of questions. Then the second type of questions are application type of questions. So these application type of questions also will be very easy to solve. See, in the question some data will be given. So you need to use a relevant formula and substitute the data so that you are going to get the answer. But most of this time, students will do mistake with these application type of questions during unit conversions. So try to be very careful, dear students. As mechanical engineering students, you should be very much careful with these unit conversions. If you do a small mistake with unit conversion, the entire problem will be gone. And moreover, in the options, the units which you have substituted and what is the result you have got, that option also will be there in the given options. So you will mark that option and as a result of that you will lose the marks. Okay, so try to be very careful with the unit balance and unit conversions. Okay, then the third type of questions will be comprehension type of questions. So as I have said earlier, comprehension type of questions. So they will be giving some images, you need to interpret those images. Then they will be giving some statements, you need to interpret those statements and give the correct answer. So statement type questions will be there here. So in order to solve these comprehension type of questions, you need to have better understanding of the subject. Like you need to know the comparisons of various parameters, then you need to know the advantages, limitations, then what are the assumptions. So based on these, the questions will be framed in these comprehension type of questions. So try to be very much careful when you are preparing for these competitive examinations. So these three levels of questions will be there in SSC-JE from all the subjects. Then coming to thermal engineering, here you can see the elaborate syllabus. So properties of pure substances, first law of thermodynamics is there. So properties of pure substances, PV and PT diagrams of pure substances like H2O, introduction of steam tables with respect to steam generation process, definition of saturation, wet and superheated status, definition of dryness, fraction of steam, degree of superheat of steam, HS chart of steam, or you can call it as Euler chart, you know about that. Then definition of stored energy and internal energy, first law of thermodynamics of cyclic process, non-flow energy equation, flow energy and definition of enthalpy, conditions for steady state, steady flow, steady state, steady flow energy equations, all these are being given in the first law of thermodynamics syllabus. Then second law of thermodynamics, definition of sink, source, reservoir of heat, heat engine, heat pump, refrigeration, their COPs, efficiencies, Clausius inequalities, what is PMM 2, PMM 1, Carnot cycle and Carnot efficiency, everything is there in the syllabus. Then air standard cycles and IC engines, you will have Otto cycle, plot on PV, TS planes, thermal efficiency, diesel cycle, then IC engine performance, IC engine combustion, IC engine cooling and lubrication. Up to that only it is there in the syllabus. Okay. Then Rankine cycle of steam, simple Rankine cycle. Then you need to plot them on PV, TS and HS planes. As I told you, they are asking image based questions. Based on these diagrams also they will be asking some questions. So you need to answer that. Okay. So try to be very much careful. Rankine cycle efficiency with and without pump work, boilers, classification, specification, fittings and accessories, fire tube and water tube boilers. Then air compressors and their cycles, refrigeration cycles and principle of refrigeration plant, nozzles and steam turbines. So this is all the entire thermal engineering part. Then coming to fluid mechanics and machinery, properties and classification of fluid, you know about that, fluid statics. So here pressure at a point, measurement of fluid pressure, manometers, U-tube and inclined tube. Then fluid kinematics, streamline, laminar and turbulent flow, external and internal flow, continuity equation. Okay. Then you have dynamics of ideal gases, Bernoulli's equation is there, total head, velocity head, pressure head, application of Bernoulli's equation, measurement of flow rate. Then you have Venturi meter, pitot tube and orifice meter. Then you have hydraulic turbines, centrifugal pumps related things. And here he has given performance characteristics also. So again here also there will be some graphs, you need to interpret those graphs. So try to prepare thoroughly related to these performance curves. See, basic formulas, basic problems everybody will be doing, dear students. But whoever has solved performance characteristics related questions that were asked in the examination, they will score higher marks. Okay. So try to remember this. Then coming to production engineering, classification of steels, mild steel and alloy steel, heat treatment of steel. So this is material science related topic. Then welding, arc welding, gas welding, resistance welding, special welding techniques like TIG, MIG, then brazing and soldering, welding defects and testing, non-destructive testing is also there. Foundry and casting, methods, defects, different casting process, forging, extrusion, etc. and metal cutting principles and cutting tools. So this is the syllabus of basic production engineering. Then basic principles of machining is also there, lathe, milling, drilling, shaping, grinding is there. Then machines, tool and manufacturing processes. So this is about the syllabus. Then coming to the last 2 years, the number of vacancies. So here you can see 2024 year, the number of vacancies, the total number of vacancies, if you observe, there are 1701 vacancies, dear students. Total vacancies for civil, electrical and mechanical, it is 1701. Every year this exam is being conducted, dear students. Only in the pandemic, so they didn't conduct this exam, but almost every year this SSC-JE is being conducted. Then coming to 2023, the number of vacancies are 1374. So 1374 is the number of vacancies for 2023 year, whereas for 2024 1701. So there is increase in the number of vacancies. Okay, so try to go through that. Then coming to the classroom coaching, ACE Engineering Academy is offering classroom coaching at ABIT's Hyderabad branch as well as online live classes. So for SSC-JE, prelims and mains, general studies and technical syllabus, the batch is starting from 25th January 2025. There is an early bird offer of 5,000 which is valid till 25th January. 30% discount for ACE old students is also there, dear students. So the batch is starting on 25th January 2025 and there is an early bird offer of 5,000 rupees. So you can avail this opportunity and join for our prelims and mains batch of general studies and technical syllabus. If you want, you can join classroom coaching or online live classes also. Similarly, for Railway Recruitment Board Junior Engineer 2025, CBT 1 and 2, Civil Engineering classroom coaching is starting at ABITS Hyderabad as well as online live classes from 25th January 2025 and there is an early bird offer of 5,000 which is valid till 25th January, dear students. There is 30% discount for ACE old students. So this is only for civil engineering students, RRB-JE 2025, CBT 1 and CBT 2. Okay, so if you want to learn on your own sitting at home, so you can download ACE online app, dear students. So this is a self-paced learning app. Pre-recorded lectures will be there. So subscriptions are available for 3 months, 6 months as well as 12 months. And here you will be getting, along with video lecturers, when you subscribe, free online test series also will be coming along with the video lectures. Then live doubt clearance sessions will be there and there will be an option called Ask an Expert. So you can use this option of Ask an Expert and post your doubt. Within no time, our faculty members will be answering your doubts. Then if you want to purchase study materials, there will be add-on for this study materials. You can go through that and there is a no cost EMI of 0%. So you can scan this QR code and download ACE online app, or if you go into the store, Play Store, you can download ACE online app and there will be 7-day free trial, dear students. So kindly avail that opportunity also. Then coming to SSC-JE paper 1 and paper 2, for civil, electrical and mechanical engineering, pre-recorded courses, 3 months, 6 months and 12 months subscription is there. There is 20% off on the pre-recorded lectures. So you can use ACE20 coupon code in order to avail 20% off on the pre-recorded lectures of SSC-JE paper 1 and paper 2. For RRB-JE CBT 1, 3 months, 6 months and 12 months course, there is 20% off. You can use ACE20 coupon code in order to avail the offer. Okay. Then coming to CBT 2 of RRB-JE, pre-recorded course is available for 3 months, 6 months and 12 months and 20% off is there. So ACE20 coupon code you have to use here. Okay. Then coming to the books, previous year questions book of Staff Selection Commission Junior Engineer, Railway Recruitment Board Junior Engineer are available on ACE Engineering Publications website. So ACE Engineering Publications website is there. So in that website, you will be having these previous year questions books. So from there, you can purchase the previous year questions books and prepare according to your time. Then Amazon and Flipkart also the same books are available. Okay. Now, regarding general intelligence and reasoning and general awareness, our colleagues will be explaining in detail about how to prepare for those examinations.
In this particular video, I am going to discuss the pattern of SSC-JE and what are the important topics that we need to take care and what are the weightage of those particular topics. So let's start with the exam pattern that we are having. If we do talk about the exam pattern, then we can say that here mainly we are having 3 topics in the paper 1. We are having paper 2 separately, but here we are only going to discuss about the paper 1. If we do talk about the subjects, then we are having the general awareness, general intelligence and the reasoning, and the technical section where we are having part A as a general engineering for the civil and the structure, part B as general engineering for the electrical, part C as a general engineering for mechanical. Now let's talk about the number of questions asked from each topic. If we do talk about the general awareness, we are having 50 questions, they are carrying 50 marks. From general intelligence and the reasoning, we are again having 50 questions which carrying 50 marks. But if we do talk about the technical portion, here we are having 100 questions which carrying 100 marks, and all these 200 questions which are carrying 200 marks are MCQ, that means multiple choice questions, and the time limit that you are having to attempt all of these questions is of 2 hours. So basically within a span of 2 hours, you need to attempt the maximum question that you can attempt out of 200. So is there any negative marking in it? Yes, there is a negative marking of 0.25 marks for each wrongly attempt questions, right? Now in this particular video, we are going to discuss about the syllabus of the general intelligence and the reasoning and the weightage of particular topic, right? Okay. So if we do talk about the syllabus of general intelligence and the reasoning, this is the syllabus which is mentioned in your examination, right? Or we can say the proposal that they given over it, right? So the topics that we are having over here is the first one is analogy and the classification. Now what is the analogy and what is the classification? As this is a separate topic, but it is mentioned it like this only. So in the analogy, we are having certain pattern or some logic which is given in between the entities. First we need to identify them and we need to replicate the same thing with the asked one. Now classification is nothing but the other name of classification is odd one out. Odd one out. So basically here what we need to do, instead of focusing on the different one, we need to focus on the group formation. Here I am not going in the depth, but we are just getting the gist of the topics, right? The second topic that we are having over here is the coding decoding. So what we need to do in this one, in the coding decoding, here again the some logic, some pattern is given, or we are going to change the given segment of maybe the word, maybe the sentence, or maybe the number with some symbols, maybe some numbers, or maybe with the some letters. But there's some pattern is applied over here. We need to figure it out that, and we need to replicate the same thing with the ask one. The next one is the series. Now in the series, we are having main 2 bifurcation. The first one is alphabetic series and the second one is the number series. Now the combination of these two will create a alphanumeric series which we can consider as a third part, right? Now in the number series as well, or we can say the series, again we can bifurcate into the 2. The first one is the missing number or the missing series and the second one is a wrong number, right? The next topic that we are having over here is blood relation, in which we need to identify our relations with respect to our generations and the connections that we are having with our family, right? The next one is direction and the distance. We know that we are having 4 main directions and 4 cardinal directions. Now specifically that we need to take care of our turns. Whenever we are taking either the right turn or the left turn, we need to take care of these things specifically so that we can draw our diagram correctly, and don't forget to use a direction plane. And for the distance, you can use the Pythagoras theorem if required, and please do take care of the total distance and the displacement, right? The next one is the sitting arrangement. Now in the sitting arrangement, all the puzzles, it may be based on the linear sitting arrangement, maybe the box based, maybe the circular, triangular, rectangle, square, and many more. Everything comes under the sitting arrangement, or you can also call it as puzzles, right? The next one is syllogisms. In the syllogisms, what we are having few statements which we need to consider as a true, or we can say that for that particular question, that statement is completely true. Now what we need to do, we are having some conclusion that we need to check whether they are following these particular given statements or not. The next one that we are having over here is a word formation. Now what is this? So in the word formation, maybe some alphabets, some letters, or maybe some word is given to you and you need to pick a specific letters out of it, or you need to do some operation on the letters which is given in the question. The next one that we are having over here is a Venn diagram. Now in the Venn diagram, we know that here we are having, or we need to do something with the circles that we are having in it, and either we need to draw the diagram and we need to determine which diagram is true, right? The next one is paper folding method. So basically paper folding method comes under the non-verbal reasoning, but it is separately mentioned in the syllabus, so I also written over it over here. But you can connect these two topics, and just to attempt the non-verbal reasoning or any of the topic in which the images is involved, you need to analyze them carefully so that you can easily able to analyze them, whether like the topics that we are having under the non-verbal reasoning are maybe the paper cutting, paper folding, embedded figure, joining of the figures, and many more, right? There are few categories of analogies, series, and the classification is also present in the non-verbal reasoning, right? The next one is metrics. As we all know that in the metrics we are having few rows and the columns, and what we need to do, we need to identify few words with the help of applying some operation on the rows and the columns, right? The next one is verbal reasoning. For the verbal reasoning, you can also say it as a decision making. You can also call it as decision making. Or you can also call it as critical reasoning. It is not that tough as we are having under the CAT level examination or maybe some other examination. But yeah, you can also term it as critical reasoning. Now, what are the topics covered under it? Statements and assumptions, statement and arguments, statements and conclusion, statement and course of action, and many more. So basically all the parts in which we only need to work on the verbal segment, or there is no number, no figure is used, then it comes under the verbal reasoning, right? Now let's try to understand what is the weightage, and we prepared a table on the basis of the previous year questions or question paper of SSC-JE, and accordingly we come with this particular table. Now here we are having few topics which are most important topics, and accordingly we just prepared how many questions were asked from this particular segment, right? If we do talk about coding, decoding, 3 to 4 questions were asked in the previous year questions. Series, here as you can see, here I also mentioned the missing number and the wrong series, because in some of the paper we observed that only the alphabetic segment were asked, or maybe in some of the question alphabetic and the number both were asked separately. So that why it is mentioned it like this. So from the series we are having 4 to 5 questions. From blood relation we are having 3 to 4 questions. Syllogisms we are having 2 to 3 questions. Sitting arrangement we are having 4 to 5 questions. Direction distance we are having 3 to 4 questions. Missing numbers 4 to 5 questions. Decision making 4 to 5 questions. Wrong number 4 to 5 questions. Non-verbal reasoning 5 to 6 questions. This table is prepared on the basis of an average. We are not specifically talking about like from this particular topic only 3 to 4 questions will be asked. No, it is not like that. We just prepared this particular table on the basis of the average of the multiple questions paper that we observed, right? So do prepare accordingly. Now you know what is the exam pattern, what are the syllabus and weightage of the topics. So all the very best from our side, and do prepare it well.
Okay, let's have a focus on the general awareness, right? General awareness. So everyone is aware about the weightage of the general awareness, right? In the paper one, in the beginning, sir already explained that. So general awareness 50 and 50, and negative marking is also there. And remember one thing, along with technical, along with general intelligence or reasoning, and general awareness has a weightage of 50. So there is no scope of escape and there is no scope of negligence. So you have to give lot of importance to general awareness also. Now there is a basic question Okay, how to get the maximum marks in general awareness. So if you want to get the maximum marks in general awareness, like how to get 40 to 45 marks in general awareness, total marks are 50. So out of 50, how to get 40 to 45 marks in the general awareness? That is the question. So if you want to get the maximum marks, is it possible first? The first question is it possible? Why not? Why not? Everything is possible, right? Here 40 to 45, definitely you are going to get the marks. 40 at least. I am not discouraging you, but sometimes the session is very difficult for you. So based on that, there is a chance of get a 40, but you can get the 45 marks. Okay. How to get the 45 marks? As a student, you should first have an idea about the syllabus. Most of the students are doing this mistake. Straight away they are listening videos, and straight away they're going to purchase the books, and straight away they are preparing for that. No. So instead of that, first of all, have a syllabus. So know about the syllabus, because when you know the syllabus, you should have an idea about the boundary of the syllabus. Suppose history, and if you know the syllabus, you know the boundary, what to read, what not to read. That is the most important thing. Any person who is preparing for competitive examination, and you are going to focus on what to read, you should also focus on what not to read. That is also a deciding factor. Okay, so focus on syllabus is very, very important, first thing. Second one, and go through previous questions. For suppose you went through the polity, for example, president, governor, parliament, okay, citizenship, some chapters are there, and you observe the syllabus, and immediately please look into the polity questions, polity previous questions, so that you have an idea on president, how they're asking questions, on governor, how they're framing questions, on parliamentary system, how they're framing questions. So like this, once you analyze the syllabus, and please go through once the previous questions, so you will get an idea how examiner is thinking, because when any person preparing for the competitive examination, you should catch the pulse of the examiner. How examiner is thinking, how examiner is framing a question from physics, from polity, from chemistry, how he is framing, how he is thinking. So like our preparation also should be matched with the examiner, should be matched with the examination. So right strategy is very, very important. So observe the previous questions and revision, as you know that. So in general study, the most important thing is revision. Everybody will tell that, like me also. But when you read the each and every syllabus, like polity, geography, history, economy, like that, and if you read in a repeated manner, definitely you are going to remember, you will get a clarity. If you read the subject one time, you are not going to remember anything. Next, practice. So make a habit of practice of general studies questions every day. Every day you have to practice the general studies question. Every day you have to practice the general studies questions. Is it clear? At least 30 questions you have to practice minimum, or at least 20 questions, because you have enough time, plenty number of days are available, you have enough time is available. So make a habit of reading current affairs, make a habit of attempting the questions, and definitely, and these things makes you perfect in the examination. Now come back to the syllabus. Come to syllabus. So the first priority here, the current affairs, you have to go through the current affairs, general science and technology, and Indian political system, and economy, Indian geography, and general knowledge. So these are the main chapters, and regarding the SSC-JE general awareness, SSC-JE general awareness, and these are the main chapters. Okay, right, let's discuss one by one. Current affairs. Current affairs means daily. You should read at least 1 year current affairs. That is mandatory. 1 year current affairs is mandatory. Okay, right. So in current affairs, where we need to focus? So appointments, of course, you have to focus on the appointment, because they are asking questions on the appointment, recent appointments, maybe Comptroller General, maybe BSF head, or maybe RBI governor recently appointed, other country prime ministers, other country president, recent chief ministers, recent governors, like that you have to focus on the appointments. Second thing, you have to focus on the awards also. So national level awards and international awards. National level awards means you have to get a clarity on national awards. For example, literature based awards are there. Jnanpith award is there, Saraswati Samman, Vayas Samman award is there, and also sports based awards. For example, you have Arjuna award, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna award, and in terms of science and technology, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar award is there, and also in terms of military, we have military awards, Paramveer Chakra, Veer Chakra, Mahachakra, Kirti Chakra, Shaurya Chakra, like that. Military awards are also there. So and sports awards also there, film awards also there, like that in local national awards. Recently Rishabh Shetty ji, he got the national award for best actor. Like that national level awards are there, international level also awards are there. For example, repeated questions on Nobel, Oscar awards and also Nobel Prize. Definitely they are going to ask the questions on Oscar awards and Nobel Prize. Who got the Nobel Prize? In which category they got the Nobel Prize? For which discovery or invention they got the Nobel Prize? You have to be remember. And also Indians, the history of Indians in the Oscar award, the history of Indians in the Nobel Prize, you have to be remember. Abel Prize, Nobel Prize, Man Booker Prize, okay, Water Prize, Food Prize, like that many prizes are there. And come to sports also. Sports, sport does not mean that only cricket. We have tennis. Recently our young Indian 18 years old boy, he won the world chess champion title. Everybody knows that. So like that, there are two types of sports you have to consider here. Two types of sports. Usually the sports will happen 2 years, for every 2 years, for every 4 years. And the sports will happen every year. Some sports will happen for 2 years. For example, T20 World Cup for every 2 years. Some sports will happen for every 4 years. That is called Cricket World Cup, Women World Cup, and also Men World Cup, and also ICC Champions Trophy usually. And also the Commonwealth Games, Commonwealth Games, Asian Games, and also Olympics. These games usually held for every 4 years. So last time everybody knows that this year Olympics were happened. Definitely there is a chance of question on Olympics. In the history of Olympics, total medals, and Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, Cricket World Cup, Football World Cup for every 4 years, Football World Cup. Recent Saudi Arabia got rights, right? So like this you have a clarity. You should have a clarity. And international, I told that any country in the news, any new prime minister, any new president, any lake in the news, any country in the news, you have to go through that. And also summits like G20 summit, G7 summit, and BRICS summit, okay, like this. So what you have to see, in a cool manner, I want to tell you one thing. Everybody will read the current affairs. But in the current affairs, what you are reading is important. What you are reading, what you are remembering is important. Suppose if there is a BRICS summit is happened, now you have to remember how many at the BRICS summit, where it is happened, venue, you have to remember the venue. And 2024, for example, 13th summit, next summit will be held where? 2025. What about the previous summit? Okay, is India member of G20? Is India member of UNO? Is India member of WTO? Like that, you have to remember that about India also. India is a member, India is a not member. So you have to know about all the international summits and their themes and venues, future venues. Schemes also. Frequently there is at least one question about this scheme. Any scheme launched by central government, any scheme launched by any state government recently, which is unique in nature, any scheme. You see that regularly the central government is launching schemes, portals, websites, apps. They're asking questions. Schemes also important. Index and reports. This is must. You have to remember. So index and reports, democracy index, press freedom index, corruption index, environmental performance index, passport index, like that. So in the index you have to remember the index name, the first country, the second country, and what is the rank of India. You have to be remember. Clear? Okay. Next, static GK. Of course, you have to give the equal weightage to static GK also. So international organizations or national organizations like WTO, like UNO, like IMF, like World Bank. Okay, you have an idea what is that international organization, headquarter, president, chairman, what is the role of this organization, what is their objective. You have to follow that. And the temples also. You have to focus on temples in history perspective, culture perspective, general knowledge perspective also. You have to remember the temples also. So temple built by which dynasty, which king built, in which city is located, in which state is located, like that, right? And dance and festivals. So dance, it does not mean that you are going to dance at the time of marriage. No, not those kind of dance. Dance means we have classical dance are there, folk dance are there. Every state is having their own folk dance. They'll give you folk dance name. You have to identify the state. Like that. So try to know first of all classical dances and try to know all the folk dances. And along with the dance and dance, you have to have an idea about the festivals also. They're asking questions about the festival. They'll give you give you festival name and how to identify the state. You have to identify the state. Sometimes they'll give you tribe name also. They'll give you tribe name also. You have to identify the associated state. Tribe name, state. Tribe name, festival. Tribe name, dance. So, you should have a clarity. Like what? If I say Nagaland, okay. In Nagaland, so and so dance are there. In Nagaland, so and so tribes are there. In Nagaland, so and so festivals are there. If you remember like this, you are going to get 2 marks very easily. Trust me. Clear? Okay. Next, dams also as part of geography, of course, dams also, and any river recent in the news, and biosphere reserves, wetlands, biosphere reserves, wetlands, national parks. Okay, and repeatedly they're asking questions. They're giving one national park name. You have to identify the state like that. Okay, they'll give the state name. You have to identify the national park, or maybe biosphere reserve, or maybe wildlife sanctuary, or maybe wetland, And one more thing is called UNESCO. UNESCO sites. UNESCO World Heritage Site. Not only World Heritage Site, they are identifying some cultural areas also, like literature in terms of a city, literature city, music city. Okay, and UNESCO also recognizing certain places who are culturally very, very important. The cultural heritage sites also, UNESCO is also important. Books and others, and also latest inventions. That is also important. Next, Indian history. Of course, it is very vast. For every subject, you can get 4 to 5 questions. From every subject, 4 to 5 questions. Ancient, medieval, as well as the moderate. Now come to ancient, where you are going to give the importance. First, to give the importance about the Indus Valley civilization. In Indus Valley civilization, please focus on cities. When you talk about the Indus Valley civilization, we have cities are there, like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chandaro, Lothal. What is a port city? What do you mean by Mohenjo-daro? Like that, they're asking questions. So please focus on the Indus Valley civilization cities. Second thing, they are focusing on Buddhism. You know, Buddhism and Jainism. Any competitive examination you are writing, there will be always a question from Buddhism and Jainism. You know what exactly Buddhism, what exactly Jainism, and a list of Tirthankaras and Bodhisattvas and Buddha Sishyas. Okay, in Buddha life there are 5 events are there. What are the 5 events? Okay, the books related to Buddhism, the books related to Jainism, the temples related to Buddhism and Jainism, Buddhist stupas, Buddhist philosophy. This is important. Okay, and also you have to focus on the Gupta, the Maurya also. In Maurya, you have to more focus on Ashoka. Ashoka, you have to more focus. In Gupta regarding, you have to focus on the kings, their titles, their contribution, inscriptions. Those are important. Now come to medieval India. And you know, the Delhi Sultanate, and also Mughal Empire, and also Maratha Empire, and also Bhakti movement. Most of the people are neglecting this Bhakti movement. Simple questions are there. Ramanujacharya, Shankaracharya, and Chaitanya, and also Kabir, you know, these kind of Guru Nanak. I'm using the word G. All these people are very, very important. So you have to focus on who all these people. Come to Delhi Sultanate and Mughal, we have Alauddin Khilji, Babur, Humayun. Okay, their title, their wars, and art and architecture you have to focus. Humayun tomb built by, Taj Mahal built by, Red Fort built by. Very, very simple, straightforward questions only. And most important thing, the reforms by Alauddin Khilji, reforms by Tughlaq is very, very important. Repeatedly they are asking questions on reforms of Khilji and Tughlaq, and one more thing called Akbar. So in the entire medieval history, focus on these people, Khilji, Tughlaq, Akbar, and also Shivaji. Okay, come to modern history. And where you have to focus more is called the Gandhian phase. Please give more importance to Gandhian phase. I can say that what happened after 1857 to 1948, this is very, very important. This period is very crucial. And in my opinion, this period is too much crucial. Whatever happened 1900 to 1948, these instance, if there are 3 questions are there from modern India, 2 questions from this period only, 1900 to 1948. And in modern history, they are asking questions about the socio-religious reforms also. Please give the importance to this chapter, socio-religious reforms, like Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, Ishwachandra Vidyasagar, and Kandukuri Village Lingam, and like many people are there. Okay, please try to read about this socio-religious reforms. Next, Indian polity. Come to Indian polity. First of all, they are asking questions on articles. They are asking, sir, There are 1, 2, 3, 95, many articles are there. Is there any need to remember all the articles? No, no. Focus on article 1 to 5. Focus on article 6 to 11 and focus on fundamental rights. Article 14 to 32. Please go through this. At any cost, you have to remember these articles, fundamental rights. And also you have to know the articles about the Prime Minister, Council of Minister, President of India, and also Election Commission, Finance Commission, UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, Supreme Court article. Only these kind of articles are enough. But frequently they are asking questions on article. That too, you have to focus on the President article, fundamental rights, the Prime Minister, and the Supreme Court article, High Court article, individual article, and also Election Commission, Finance Commission, SC Commission, ST Commission, OBC Commission. So straight away, you have to remember the single articles. So first you have to focus on articles. Second one, recent amendments. You know amendment? Changing in the constitution is called amendment. You know, recently 106th amendment related to women reservation bill. My strong opinion is, first of all, try to focus on 91 to 106 amendment. 91 to 106 amendment. There is a high possibility to ask the questions on amendments. So till now in India, totally 106 times the constitution was amended. So 91 to 106 you have to remember. And also you have to focus on First Amendment, 7th Amendment, 9th Amendment, 21st Amendment, 27th Amendment, and also 32nd Amendment, and 42nd Amendment, 44th Amendment, 52 Amendment, 61 Amendment, 67 Amendment, 71, 72, and also 84, 87. So these are all important amendments. In any examination, these kind of questions they are asking. Is it clear? Okay. So first focus on articles, second focus on amendments, third focus on some important personalities like President, Governor, appointment, who appoint Governor, who appoint Supreme Court Judge, appointment, removal, resignation, maximum, minimum, and in Parliament, Lok Sabha strength, Rajya Sabha strength, Assembly strength, Council strength. So these are straightforward questions they are asking in the examination. Very simple. Focus on recent articles. And Indian geography, in Indian geography they are asking questions mostly on mountains, mountains, rivers, and dams. Sometime and they are asking question about the types of soil, types of forest, which soil is highest, which forest is highest, and what about the rainfall. Some basic things only. And come to Indian economy, focus on first concepts. In Indian economy, focus on concepts like what is GDP, what is GDP, what do you mean by GDP, what do you mean by GNP, what do you mean by NNP, like that, what do you mean by per capita income, what do you mean by personal income, okay, what do you mean by inflation, and what do you mean by poverty, what do you mean by unemployment. Just basic definitions and basic concept, that is enough. Along with some recent current affairs like what is the current GDP growth rate as per budget, as per economic survey, those current affairs requires, okay, right. Next, science and technology. Science and technology, anything is part of current affairs only. Any launches by ISRO, any launches by NASA, and recent experiments are by DRDO, DRDO in terms of defense. In terms of defense, you should have an idea about the missiles. What are the different of missiles we have? Cruise missile, like that, okay. So subsonic missile, supersonic missile, types of missile. You should have an idea about the Akash, Agni, okay, like that. So have an idea about the latest missiles, latest, what we called war tanks, okay, submarines, anything recent launched by ISRO, DRDO, NASA, that is obviously very, very important. And they're asking questions about the what we call military exercises. They're asking questions on military exercise also. Please focus on that. Latest vaccines also very, very important. Okay. Next, general science, physics, chemistry, and also biology. Physics, chemistry, biology. Okay, we will make separate videos, don't worry about that. In terms of physics, we have light chapter, heat chapter, mechanics, sound, gravity. Please focus on the basics, learn basics. And come to chemistry, we have like acids and bases, periodic classification, carbon chemistry, physics and chemical changes, metal, non-metals. Just focus on basics only. And biology, microorganisms, blood group, vitamins, disease, and plant. These are same repeated questions in the examination. Okay, just to explain the syllabus in a fast manner. Okay, right. Then you have a doubt, sir, how to prepare for the SSC-JE, how to prepare for the RRB-JE? Yes, how to prepare? ACE is there. ACE is providing the RRB-JE, SSC-JE courses, completely exam oriented, completely concept oriented. So we are providing classroom coaching, we are providing live classes, we are providing pre-recorded classes, we are providing PYQ materials also, and also YouTube. Of course, in the YouTube, this video is also in the YouTube only, and subscribe to this ACE online channel, and we are going to make the videos regularly for RRB, for SSC, any central examination. Is it clear? Okay. And I want to share that we are launching the offline batch for SSC-JE 2025. Remember that. First, you have to remember the 20th January 2025. On this date, we are launching SSC-JE classes. So, classroom classes and also online live class. That means, if you are able to come to Hyderabad, please come, stay here, come to classroom. Suppose if you are not able to come to Hyderabad, but still you want to attend the classes, so you have online live classes. Online live classes, 20th January 2025, Hyderabad, Abids. And early bird offer, 5,000 rupees off is there till 20th January. If you are AS old student, any form of AS old student, you will get 30% discount. So this is SSC-JE prelims and mains, GS and technical prelims and mains, and we are launching on 20th January at Hyderabad, Abids. Next, RRB-JE also, and CBT1, CBT2, civil engineering, technical civil engineering, we are launching classroom coaching. Any student who want RRB, JE, CBT 1 and 2, civil, technical, we are launching same classroom coaching, online live class at Abids, same date, 25th January. SSC-JE, RRB-JE, both online classes, offline classes, 25th January. And SSC-JE, suppose you are not able to come to offline classes, you are not able to attend live classes, you want to access the course, still you want to crack the job. Then we have SSC-JE paper 1, paper 2, pre-record courses available in ACE online app. Pre-record courses, 3 months validity, 6 months validity, 12 months validity. And if you want to get the discount, please use the ACE20 code. You will get the 20% discount. Next, RRB-JE CBT1 record course. See, if you observe that for SSC-JE, for RRB-JE, we have offline class, live class, and pre-record class in the application. So 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. If you want to get the discount, please use the coupon code AS20, so that you will get the 20% discount. And RRB-JE CBT also. Some students think that, sir, I want to attend only CBT2, RRB CBT2. Don't worry. We have pre-record classes for CBT2 also. So 3 months, 6 months, as well as the 12 months. And same, you will get the discount, 20% discount and 20% off. Fee starts from 4,000 rupees plus GST. And still you want to get the benefit from the ACE platform, and in terms of material also. I told you in the beginning that, and go through the previous questions is very, very important. And ACE is offering the books also. This kind of RRB-JE, SSC-JE, the PYQs are available in both technical as well as the general studies. PYQs are available, Flipkart, Amazon, and also ACE website. Okay. And also we are offering SSC-JE, along with SSC-JE, RRB-JE, we are offering SSC-CGL course and also RRB NTPC course and also banking exams. So please scan this and download the ACE online app. If you want to get the benefits of ACE, and please download the ACE online app, and also subscribe this YouTube channel to get the more updates and more information, that to examination oriented information for all the central examinations. So I am repeating once again, we are launching a batch, offline batch and live class for both SSC-JE and RRB-JE and 20th January 2025 Hyderabad. So thank you very much, and wish you all the best. Again, I will meet you soon. Thank you.